Hi everyone, welcome to CKC LLP, a firm of cost and management accountants. Today we will discuss about Vivad Se Vishwas Scheme 2020. The first question that pops in mind is, what is VSVS? A huge amount of disputed tax areas is locked up in the appeals. Tax disputes consume copious amount of time, energy and resources both on the part of the government as well as taxpayers. This will not only benefit the government by generating timely revenue, but also the taxpayers who will be able to deploy the time, energy and resources saved by opting for such dispute resolution towards their business activities. It is therefore proposed to introduce the Direct Tax Vivad Se Vishwas Bill 2020 for dispute resolution related to direct taxes. Moreover, they also deprive the government of the timely collection of revenue. Therefore, there is an urgent need to provide for resolution of pending tax disputes. The objectives of VSVS are: reduce income tax pending litigation, generate timely revenues for the government, help taxpayers end their tax disputes with the department by paying disputed tax and get waiver from payment of interest and penalty, get immunity from prosecution. Some of the functions of VSVS are to provide flexibility of choice to the taxpayers, provide a mechanism in which taxpayers may voluntarily pay taxes based on a position they believe is applicable for them, improve ease of doing business, bolster economic growth, liberate both government and taxpayers from unwarranted litigation. Now let's check who is eligible for VSVS. Anyone whose appeal is pending under income tax law before appellate authorities, Commissioner, Appeals, ITAT, High Court and Supreme Court. Appeals, writs, SLPs, arbitration filed by department or taxpayer filed on or before 31st January 2020. Orders for which time for filing appeal has not expired on 31st January 2020. Cases pending before Dispute Resolution Panel (DRP). Cases where DRP issued direction on or before 31st January 2020 but order has not yet been passed. Cases where assessee filed revision application under Section 264 on or before 31st Jan 2020. Dispute where payment has already been made shall also be eligible. Now we come to the payment of taxes. The table explains the payment of taxes. Under the scheme, taxpayers can settle disputes by paying 100% of income tax with complete waiver of interest and penalty till March 31st and with some additional payment till June 30, which is 10%. In case of disputed penalty or interest or fee, 25% of it is to be paid and 30% in cases where payment is made till June 30th. What is the due date for payment? Payment is required to be made by 31st March 2020. After this date, the payment shall be at a higher rate, that is 10%. In the wake of coronavirus outbreak in the country, the due date has been extended to June 30, 2020. The Finance Minister also confirmed that subscribers will not have to pay the additional 10% amount. Some of the exclusions from VSVS are: search cases if disputed tax in a year is more than 5 crore. Cases where prosecution has been initiated by the department under Income Tax Act or under Indian Penal Code. Cases involving undisclosed foreign income and assets. Cases completed on the basis of information received from foreign jurisdiction. Cases where person is notified under Special Courts Trial of Offences relating to Transactions in Securities Act 1992 or detained under Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act 1974. Cases covered under Narcotic Drugs, and Psychotropic Substances Act, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, Prevention of Corruption Act, Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, Prohibition of Benami Property Transactions Act. Moving on to the online submission. The forms are required to be filed by the declarant electronically only. The designated authority shall also issue the certificate and order electronically only. The declarant shall be required to file declaration under the VSVS in Form 1 and relevant schedules. The undertaking in Form 2 shall be required to be filed along with Form 1. The designated authority shall intimate the tax payable by or refundable to the declarant in Form 3. The declarant shall be required to intimate the details of payment in Form 4 along with proof of withdrawal of the relevant appeal, writ, arbitration, etc. The designated authority shall issue the order regarding full and final settlement of dispute in Form 5. The declaration in Form 1, the undertaking in Form 2, and intimation of details of payment in Form 4 are to be verified by digital signature or electronic verification code as applicable for the filing of ITR. Thanks for watching our video.